Hey, good afternoon, pipe friends, and Merry Christmas. Well, everybody's been doing their top five and top tens, and of course, it's that time of year again. I decided I would go ahead and do mine. I've been kind of thinking about it the last few days, and a little housekeeping. I am smoking some Brigadier Black Alamo that Alfred, aka Henry Sims, got me hooked on, and I'm smoking it in my corncob freehand Missouri Meerschaum. And I decided to smoke it after watching Guy Witherspoon's video last night. His is getting real seasoned looking and broke in. And I told him, I commented and told him, I said, look, Guy, I got a lot of catching up to do, so I decided I'd work on seasoning this thing a little bit today. So I've smoked a bowl in it already this morning. It's a big old bowl in this thing. Or you can, I put the first tobacco in it this morning about 7 o'clock, and it's 11:30 here, and just packed it up with some of that Brigadier Black. But anyway, this was the hardest one I've had to do. I've got so many, different blends I keep on hand that I truly like. I mean, we've tried, I've tried new blends this year, really added to my collection and broadened my horizons a lot this year. And then we were graced with a lot of blends from Sutliff to try, and all of those are good blends. It was really difficult. I mean, I may have 40 or 50 blends here at the house, so it was hard to narrow it down to, time you figure in all the Sutliffs that were sent in, and it was tough. It was difficult to do, but so like everybody else, I threw in a couple of honorable mentions, and I'm going to start with the honorable mentions and go start with my number 10 and work my way down to the number 1. Mike PA Piper, I'm using my old Zippo here because the only fluid I had was some drugstore butane, and it said on Calibra's website, do not put that in them. So I'm waiting until Friday till I go to Lafayette to Piper's Haven to pick my pipe up. We got to go down there for the boudin balls and stuff, pick those up. So I've got a pipe in the shop getting some stem work on it, and I got to pick up. So I'm gonna pick up a good quality brand of butane because you don't want the oils to clog it up in some of these drugstore blends. But anyway, like I say, with the exception of the number 1, 2, and 3 blends, the rest of them were hard to place in any certain order, but I went ahead and did it. And but like I say, with the 1, 2, and 3, there's no doubt in it. So we're going to start with the honorable mention first. This is one I just tried about 3 weeks ago or 4, and it's had enough time to make it into my honorable mention, and I love it. And that's a Mac Baren 7 Seas Royal, and I'm anxious to try the other 7 Seas, put them in the give them a shot. It's been a real adventure trying a lot of these Mac Barens, and Mac Baren is one of my favorite manufacturers. Another one that was kind of a sleeper that I got this down in Baton Rouge here several months back, and it's this is a Cornell and Deal Two Friends pipe tobacco from their Heritage Collection. It's got red and lemon Virginias in it, and blended with unsweetened Cavendish. This is a good little blend. It's a sleeper blend, one you ought to try. To me, it's high in nicotine. You need to have something to sip on because you're going to get that back of the throat action going on from the high nicotine, but it's good, and I like it. So that's my 2 honorable mentions. All right, coming in at number 10 is Mac Baren Navy Flake. This one is Burley and Virginia's and original Mac Baren Cavendish that they pressed and stored and then cut. It's a good one, and I smoke this on a very regular basis. Number 8 is a Peterson Sunset Breeze. This is an amaretto type, and the amaretto is awesome in this one. Truly good. A lot of Black Cavendish and Virginia with Burleys in it. If you know, this is one of those that if it's, you know, a lot of them say they taste like rum or amaretto or this or that, and you think, where are they coming from? All that. If you're looking for amaretto, this is your one right here. Got a little tongue bite in it, but it's worth putting up with a little inconvenience. All right, let's see. Okay, now this was number 10. Number 9. Number 8 is a Don Juan blend called Who Dat. This is one my son picked up from me back last year. Really got me hooked on this one. This is a great aromatic, and believe it or not, guys, you know me as an aromatic guy. We've got a couple of Latakia based in here, and let's see. I'm getting out of line here. So coming in at number 7 is everybody's favorite, and I like it. Really a good creamy, blend here with a heavy Latakia. But I like it, especially on a cold winter's day. This was compliments of Wallace, aka Mr. Tree Stump. He sent me some of this, some Esoterica Penzance. Like Mike said, this is hard to find, but if you check your mom and pops, you can still get it. All right. Coming in at number 6 is one that Nathan Campbell and his wife really turned me on to when we were down at the meeting in Baton Rouge. And it's another Don Juan blend. What I've got Bayou Tobacco on here, and that's not at all the case. I miswrote it. But that's Havana Honey. Look, this is another one that's got a true honey taste to it. Made up of a lot of Cavendish. Looks like a little Burley in there and some Virginias, but a lot of Black Cavendish. And it is truly, we've seen them doing this up while they were down there making it up. This is truly a house blend, and they'll ship this anywhere. It's a great one. One you really ought to try, and it's one I smoke on a regular basis and have since reordered since we were all down there. I'm having to keep these in line, so I'm counting. When you get old, it's tough. Let's see. Coming in at number 5, and this is one that Guy Witherspoon smoked for a while, and he made it sound so good, and I ordered some, and then of course got some sent in from John, our friends at Mac Baren and Sutliff. This is one that I truly like. It's an English blend, Plum Cake. But let me tell you, for you new guys starting out that are easing into the Latakia, not sure about it, this is the one you should really try, because it's not real heavy on the Latakia, and it is a great beginner smoke. And like I say, this one has some Jamaican rum in it, I believe. Yeah, it's got Syrian Latakia, Cavendish, Virginias, Burley, and a little bit of Jamaican rum. This is a great one. You can't go wrong with this, and I'd recommend it to any beginner wanting to try some Latakia. Number 4 is another Mac Baren trolley, and it's a great aromatic. One of my favorites. And it is got some Virginias and Black Cavendish, aged Virginias and Black Cavendish, and it is Mac Baren Vanilla Cream. Man, I'm not a huge vanilla fan, but I like this one, and I keep this one on hand in the rotation. It is a great one. Coming in at number 3 is the one I'm smoking now that Alfred got me hooked on. And this is a special blend made from the Brigadier Black people for pipes and cigars. I don't know how long they're going to produce it. They got them to go back and make them another batch. I think it was a limited time on. But thankfully, they've got another run of it. And it's Brigadier Black Alamo. Let me tell you, this here, a lot of Cavendish and looks like Burley's. Great, creamy. It is an awesome aromatic. One that you cannot go wrong on. I could smoke this, and I've got a bunch left of it. Alfred and I just did a trade, and I've got plenty on hand, but it's good. I would recommend it. I think it comes in a big can of it, and it's reasonably priced too. The next one, my number 2, and this was a tough one. This was tough. All three, the last 3 were tough, but there was no doubt they were in my top 3, starting with the Alamo. And this, especially the 1 and 2, was tough to decide, but I'm just going to have to do it. Number 2 is, and the only reason that I picked it like I'm doing, the deciding factor is that I like aromatics. It was my favorite. So that's what made the decision on the 2. But coming in at number 2 is another Mac Baren product, and most of my followers don't know what this is. HH Old Dark Fire. Man, let me tell y'all, this one knocked my socks off. Knocked my socks off. For a good old flake cut Virginia, I think they stored this no telling how long. It is truly aged. It says Old Dark Fire, a bold flake of dark fired Burleys in a well-balanced unity with flue-cured Virginias. Flake is hot pressed, meaning that during the pressing, heat is added by steam to the tobacco, which causes the tobacco to intensify the marrying process, giving us a bolder tobacco. And it's bold, but I don't get no tongue bite on this. No, it burns cool. This is a keeper. I've got some cellared. I've had to reorder it. And of course, I was sent some to do a review on too. This is my number 2. And it is truly one that you ought to try. And you can buy that now in bulk and save a bunch of money. That's the next time I order, that's what I'm going to do. Calendar just informed me, a couple of months back, that you could buy that in bulk now. All right, number 1, and like I say, the only reason this one come in number 1 over the HH Old Dark Fire is because of how much I like aromatics. And this is from my friends Buddy and Billy over at MA Smoke Shop in Shreveport, and it's Wall Street. This is my number 1 for the year. If y'all, Buddy will ship anywhere, but he's got to have your a photocopy faxed to him of your some sort of state ID, driver's license or state ID, because they're on them so bad about. The FDA and all these government agencies are really after them now. So we got to, and I like supporting our brick and mortars. And so we kind of got to jump through some hoops. But let me tell y'all, this is well worth a try. This is a predominant Cavendish. Of course, they told me it was in English, but there's no light of key in it that I know of. It's Burley's and Cavendish mostly. This is just a hard one to describe. It's kind of like the Houdat. It's got its own unique flavor. And I'm telling you, I promise you, you wouldn't go wrong. Go ahead and get your 4 ounces of this. You're going to like it. All right. This is my hard to figure top 10 for the year. And looking forward to seeing some others out there. Really enjoyed what I've seen so far. Give us all each some good ideas to swap back and forth. Anyway, I'm running out of time. Y'all have a good one, and God bless.